This is an iconic new look for you, Tim.
That look now belongs to the fans. And so, like the show, it's out there. It belongs to the fans now. It's not for me to judge.
It is for you to judge.
It looks awesome. Let's be honest.
I look freaking cool.
You know, when people say, hey, you're an alien, wait, now you're part of that, and they
Yeah.
talk about being part of it, you know what my first thought is? At least I got good hair in that.
Welcome to our set. Good to see you all.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank
How's
you.
it going? You had your panel. You had your big moment, right?
No. This is our big moment.
Right, sorry. Thank you, Tim. This is why I love
The
this man.
previous big moment, though, was 6,500 people in Hall H. We did that yesterday.
What?
Yeah, you were there.
Were you present
there.
mentally or physically?
I'm sorry? Did you see it? Did you
I
see
wasn't
what's
physically-
happening?
Yeah,
You see what's happening?
He's going back and forth. Look at this. This is a pro.
Uh-huh. Anyway, I'm sorry. I interrupted you.
Starting to make me uncomfortable. But
More than the xenomorph, Tim Oliphant is a little more scary.
no comment.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's talk about the panel though, because that's a big moment. This is the crowd that's primed for this. Did you feel the love? Did you feel the excitement in the air? Sydney?
It was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, to see, this show belongs to the audience, belongs to the fans. It's no longer in our hands, and to see people genuinely enjoy it was kind of emotional. It was really cool.
I'm
it was
sure.
really, really cool.
Because you're like in the kind of the vacuum of making a show like this.
Yes.
And that's an intense experience, and then this is a much different kind of intense experience. But obviously, look, there are decades worth of fans that have grown up with what Ridley initially made, and subsequent artists have really done really cool things with.
Yeah, and you talk about it in the abstract in terms of super fans, and there is a larger conversation that goes on both in the creative and also in the marketing of the show. But when you show up and you feel that passion out of people, and you realize that they live their whole year for this moment. It's a real responsibility that we have to make something great for them, because they're going to appreciate it.
I also have to say I got a big kick because my kids were in the audience and they're 14. They got as much out of the thrill of seeing it as they did in watching how other people reacted to it.
Yeah.
And especially for a generation that isn't going to the movies as much as they should, it was exciting for them to be part of the experience in that way.
I will say, I got a sneak peek. I've seen the first 4 episodes, and it's great, guys. I mean, truly, and it's special, and it's Alien, but it's your unique spin on Alien and continues it in a different way. I mean, talk to me a little bit about continuing this tradition, being on these sets, these physical environments. There must be a lot of kind of pinch me moments, like, oh, I'm in the Alien lore. I'm in full on an Alien story.
I remember the first time I walked onto the bridge of the Maginot, and it's identical to the bridge of the Nostromo. It's, I mean, that's incredible. And watching everybody, including Noah, turn into a kid.
Even though you've created it, you're like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it really collapses time, and you find yourself in a 1979 movie, and you're stepping into the movie in this visceral way, because of course we all know what happens on that ship. We shot as practically as we could everything in this element, and so the first time you see your xenomorph, your suit performer on those sets with that lighting, with the KY drip enabled, right? It's
There's something primal there. There's something like, okay.
you clench. There's some clenching.
Yeah. Speaking of clenching, Tim, I don't know what that means.
Keep digging. We'll get there.
Will we? Scale of 1 to 10 on the Alien fandom. I mean, are you well versed in the saga?
I've seen that first movie a number of times.
Yeah.
And it seems to hold up every time. It's just beautiful from the jump. It's cool to be part of that conversation, for sure. It is. But my experience on doing this is, it's such a bizarre, this could get long-winded. How much time do we have? No, but it really is this lovely experience. There's 2 things that happen. There's one where there are the days you step on the set, and you're working with that pod and the goo, and you just immediately, you're just a child. And it is special. It sneaks up on you. You know, I like to pretend I'm cooler than that, and then it just all of a sudden you're just, this is what it tickles you. You know, it's such a joy. And then there's this other experience that happens more frequently on this set, which is working with these actors, and you realize, oh, how lucky I am still at this point in my life to work with people like this, to be like, those days are very inspiring, and it was it's very meaningful. So, and then that's sort of lovely, because then you no longer feel connected to the alien. You just feel connected to this grounded experience that's in front of you. And then watching it yesterday, going back to that question and seeing your guys' work, seeing you guys on that enormous screen. And, there's a little bit of like, I know her, I know that dude. Look what he did there. I wasn't there that day. That's lovely what you did there. Yeah, it was really, it's a full experience, this whole thing.
I mean, you all kill it in this, and Sydney, I want to talk to you because, like, this is, again, the lineage of Alien is obviously so connected to great heroines, and you're following in the steps of Sigourney and Winona and Kaylee recently. I mean, you gotta, I assume, put that out of your mind to a degree, but I don't know, that's an honor in and of itself, I would think.
Yeah, it is an insane honor, and it's very surreal. I've been an Alien fan for a very, very long time and a massive sci-fi nerd. So, inner child still pinching myself. But with this production, Wendy is a collaboration of everyone here. I mean, Noah, the way that he wrote her on the page, I could just sense her. I could feel her. And I didn't really know who she was until I started working with everybody. Every scene with every character, every actor gave me, oh, okay, this is more of her color. And just working with everyone here was surreal.
Yeah, you don't create
It
a
was
character in
surreal.
isolation. It's only when you're alive in the set with other actors,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I feel like I got the best acting class ever, every day with all of these people.
So we're talking about the unique experience of seeing like that xenomorph in person. Does it ever get does it get blasé? Like on day 63, it's like there's the xenomorph smoking in the corner. Like you're like it's just another guy. Like
Eating vegan food even.
Yeah, we've been talking about how Cameron Brown, our Xeno actor, is a Kiwi. He's from New Zealand. He's vegan, so he's taking off his helmet and eating, celery sticks and hummus after drooling over you. And I have to say, my experience seeing Sydney on set and you being an early career artist is extraordinary. The sort of that you took to the water-like nature of swimming through the scenes. I think you led us as a team with such elegance over 6 months, which is a long time and a very in a place far away from home. Yeah.
Any musical inspiration for any of your characters? Do you guys use music as a tool? And in this particular case, any musical inspiration that kind of got you in the zone?
Black
Listen.
Sabbath.
Really?
For me.
That's in the trailer as you're getting ready?
Yeah, we had quite a few times where we would be jumping up and down, doing push-ups. I always had my AirPods in. I was rocking out.
Yeah?
Yeah, it helps.
I listened a lot to Anony, You Are My Sister, which is one of the most beautiful sibling-related songs I think of all time.
Very similar music taste.
Obviously, yeah.
There was a scene where I was just having a really nice dance for about 20 minutes, which was the highlight of my life. To You've Lost That Lovin' Feeling, that song.
Wow.
Whose version?
He's got an amazing deep voice. What's the name of that?
Well, you got the Everly Brothers, if I'm not mistaken, and then you got the Hall & Oates.
Yeah, it was. I don't know
Am I
what
wrong?
you're saying.
Am I, have that right?
Sounds right. Yeah. We'll go to Wikipedia. Yeah.
I mean, and there may be others.
I've got
I
it on
don't
my
know.
phone. Yeah, it's a different one. It's quite an obscure one, and that kind of got me into the sort of like lugubrious, owning the space kind of.
We
vibe.
should say the final episode of the season is a musical episode. We haven't mentioned that yet, obviously.
Well,
I had Somewhere Beyond the Sea,
Really?
which I had to learn to hum as Morrow. So I listened to that.
New skills. New
Yeah.
skills. What do we make of your look in this? Are you a fan of this? Is an iconic new look for you, Tim?
That look now belongs to the fans. And so, like the show, it's out there. It belongs to the fans now. It's not for me to judge.
It is for you to judge.
It looks awesome. Let's be honest.
I look freaking cool.
When people say, hey, you're an alien, now you're part of that, and they
Yeah.
talk about being part of it, you know what my first thought is? At least I got good hair in that.
You're one of these guys.
I
that
feel
can't-
like that hair is I feel like it's gonna play. Like, years from now, people
Yeah.
are gonna be like, yeah, still good hair. Sting rocked that look for a long time, and I always thought that still holds, it's a good look. Rudger.
Right. Yeah. Blade Runner, of course. Yeah.
Right, you know, so I feel like I'm in good company, and I made a strong hair choice, and
Strong hair choices.
it's
Yeah,
all about
always,
the hair.
yeah,
You
yeah.
guys do know that, right?
Well, when you've got
At
this,
the end of the
when
day,
you've got this to work
I mean,
with,
it's
it's
good
annoying.
if the writing's good. Don't get me wrong, it helps.
Yeah.
But in the end of the day,
Well, the character description always says, comma, good hair, uncomma.
exactly, it's what you wrote, right? So
Yeah.
it's what we tried to give you.
I've got 45 minutes more of hair questions for you. Is that okay?
Listen, I'm here for you.
I know you are. You made a great show. Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
Alien Earth. I can't wait to check out the rest.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Enjoy
having
the
us.
rest
Thank
of your
you.
Comic-Con, guys.